All right, guys. Injuries for this week. K'Wan Williams will be out, and Mosley is questionable. Go ahead.
Hey, Kyle. Well, how are things going? How are things going down there? And I guess how many players are staying at the hotel? Do any of the guys, have they found apartments to kind of relocate, or is everybody staying there?
No, not everyone's here. I don't think many guys have gotten out of here yet. I know a couple guys want to get an Airbnb and stuff like that. I'm not sure of the count, but I know a few guys did.
Shot in the dark here. If Emmanuel Mosley can't play, who would be your slot cornerback?
I'm not sure. I forgot. Okay. No. Shot in the dark. Yep. We'll figure it out by Sunday.
And that means Tevin Coleman's a full go right now. Made it through practice. Okay, so you basically have the full stable of running backs at your disposal. So what do you expect out of the running game?
I mean, just like we try to do every week. I mean, we always try to stay balanced, and we try to get after people as well as we can. You know, it's I know their numbers aren't up there, but I do know that they are a good run defense. They've given up some big ones and stuff. But if you're not on your game, it's like running into a brick wall. So we got a huge challenge with that in the run game, which always leads to the pass game also.
I've got another shot in the dark. Does Colton McKivitz continue to start at right guard, or will you rotate him and Compton like you had been previous to Compton's injury?
We'll decide that on Sunday also. You know, the reason Compton didn't get out there last week was because he sustained a concussion in practice. So, but he's good to go this week. So, there's a chance you'll see both. We have to talk more about it.
Kyle, I know you guys as coaches don't get a lot of downtime, particularly in the situation you're in, but what do you do personally when you do get a little bit of time? Is there anything you can do, you know, down there to unplug a little bit?
I mean, sometimes it's kind of pathetic, but on downtime, I enjoy watching film that I'm not stressed out trying to finish something. Sometimes it's nice to just turn on a tape and not feel like you have to go against a deadline where you can just watch another team or watch a different type play or something that you can't get around to in a normal work week because you're doing so much associated with getting the game plan in, and then you try to get home to your house at night in time before you have to drive right back. But since we're already at our house, there's not a rush. So when you're done with your work, sometimes it's nice to just put other stuff on. It's kind of fun to watch. I've always enjoyed watching football, and it's more fun when you're doing it just because you don't have anything else to do at the time. That was a pretty bad answer, but there's not anything else to do. I'd rent movies in our room, but no new movies are coming out. It's been the same stuff on there since I saw in last year's hotels.
Kyle, I know one of your philosophies is to always be you, and your players appreciate that. Do they come up to you and talk about that? Is it just a mutual understanding that that's how you like to run your person and your organization?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice that, I mean, you have different people every year, but we have a lot of guys who've been together going into 4 years. And so you develop relationships everywhere throughout the building. And when people know you because they've been around you for 4 years, and I know a lot of guys pretty well, whether it's players or coaches or just anyone around the building, it makes all of us tighter. And then when you do have new people come in and, you know, they might see a coach or a player having a bad day or pissed off about something, I mean, you don't have everyone judging you. A lot of people know you. You can't have a bad day. You can't have a good day. And the newer people kind of pick up on how the team sees you and how guys see you. And I think it goes for everyone in our building. So it's just been nice to be somewhere for this long. And our guys are pretty close, and it's made it easier on all of us.
I'm going to take another try at this. As Jason Verrett, has he been cross-trained at all in the slot, or is he in a position where you kind of want to just stick him at one spot on the outside?
Jason is prepared to play all 11 positions. So we just got to decide where we want to put him.
And following up, that would be all 11 positions on defense, I'm sure. What are the logistics tomorrow, Kyle, in terms of do you guys do a walkthrough there and on those fields, even though the Cardinals and Rams are going to be playing? And then have you made it inside the stadium to kind of do a walkthrough in there at all this week?
No, I mean, we won't go to the stadium till game day. I mean, we never really, we never go over to the stadium anyways for any game. So, and it's not, I mean, we've been to the stadium a number of times also. So, I didn't even think about that. I forgot because I keep thinking today's Friday, just because of how our schedule is. I'm not sure how that'll be, but we plan on going over there and walking through on our practice field. But that is a good question. I'm probably going to figure that out here by the end of the day. That's if we can't we should be able to, there's not traffic because they can't have that many people in the stadium. So I'm sure we can walk through right there outside.
Hey, Kyle, sorry if this was already asked. I got blocked out. I'm sure it wasn't a personal thing. But as far as Witherspoon, obviously he's been a healthy scratch, and this is a guy that was recently a starter for you at times. What has his been? I guess what have his issues been to kind of lead him to be inactive for 3 weeks?
I mean, Spoon has played it for us. I mean, we've been with Spoon since our first year here and got to play a lot. I mean, last year I thought he played at his highest level before he got injured, was playing very well. And then when he came back, struggled to come back from that injury, gave opportunity to some other guys. And since this camp, we started off with a competition between Spoon, Mosley, and JV. JV wasn't quite ready to go at first, and Mosley won that position. And when you're not out there as a starter, and then when Mosley got hurt and JV came, JV ended up being ready, and he ended up winning that. So those two guys just went ahead of him. And after that, you got to make sure you put out the best special teams guys. And that wasn't Ahkello's best area. He's working to get better. But that's why we got other guys up. Ken Webster came in, did a better job for us on special teams. He got hurt. I've loved how Ahkello's been in these 3 weeks. I know it's hard anytime you're not active, but I think he's been getting better while he hasn't been up. His attention to detail, whether it's on defense or special teams, has been great. And now there's been some injuries, and so he's going to get up. He's always a play away from getting out there and playing more as a starter. But now we're going to need him on special teams until that happens. So I'm just happy that I know it's been hard on him, but I'm just happy how hard he's worked. So now his time's coming again, and I think he's more prepared for this moment.
Kyle, when you said you're watching film and that's what you do in your downtime, so like how does that go? Let's say you're watching college football, you're watching Gus Malzahn. Are you taking notes, or are you watching defense? Like how does that film watching go for you?
I mean, it's usually when I'm done with work, I just go home, and so that's my hobby. Just going home and hanging out with the family for a little before I go to sleep. But I mean, I'm not trying to make a big deal about it, but I mean, we're in a hotel rooms and we got unlimited film, and sometimes I turn on other teams. I like to watch what other people are doing schematically just to give you ideas. It's put music on, you relax. Sometimes another guy will come down and we'll watch it together. We'll do stuff like that. And I mean, coaches enjoy talking ball, and you don't get many times where you can just sit there and talk ball during the week, except about what you're doing to get ready for Sunday. And now in this, we all meet at Indy and we sit up and hang out and just talk football and do stuff like that. But now when we're in a hotel and you're done with your work for the day, turn a team on. Sometimes you turn on, we all get stats of whose numbers are good and stuff. And sometimes you want to turn it on and see why the numbers are that way. Sometimes it's luck. Sometimes it's something they're doing neat. And sometimes it makes sense because of something you're going against that week, even though it might be a different team. You see, all right, this play worked, and that's a similar front to what Buffalo plays this week, a similar coverage that Buffalo plays this week. We could try that because that's how it looks versus defense. So those are things you just pick up when you have free time.
Couple more, please.
Kyle, are you superstitious about the hats you wear? You wore that red hat to death last season. You came out with the gray hat this season, audibilized to the black, and you seem to be sticking with it. Is that a superstitious thing?
I mean, I do have some superstitions. I try not to, but I mean, I have some. But no, that was more, it sounds like a statement now, but I'm trying not to make one. I wore that hat last year and we did really well with it. Became extremely superstitious to my wife. So even when I got a little sick of it and wanted to change it, it wasn't an option according to her. And so I just didn't want to start it out this year stuck with it. just put on whatever hat I feel like wearing. And so people don't think I'm trying to make a statement, which it's not working the way I want it to, but I'm just trying to put a hat on that's comfortable for me. And I am a little OCD with what's comfortable for myself. So I don't just put anything on. Sorry. I don't know if that answers it, but all right.
Hey, Kyle, good to see you, man. I
man.
saw the other day, you had asked, some of your leaders to check up on guys and any potential isolation issues down the road. I'm just curious kind of who you lean on, in like tough circumstances in these times, your wife, your dad, Lynch, just kind of how you process all that.
I mean, everything starts with my wife. I mean, first and foremost, who I lean on with everything, but, and then, I mean, I lean on all the people you just mentioned. I mean, the biggest ones, I mean, my wife at the end and usually start of each day, but I mean, we all are going through the same things. So sometimes guys have better moments than others. And that's why it's cool when you work with people that not only you respect, but you like. And that's why we don't mind hanging out. We don't mind working together. And it's not always happy when you're grinding and going and being pretty competitive and trying to get a job done. But when you got guys that you do enjoy inside and outside the building, we all lean on each other. And we all know each other pretty well too. Just being here with each other for 4 years, and a lot of us, we knew each other before this. So you can tell when someone's a little bit off. I think everybody came out of quarantine just a little bit off, different levels of it, but I mean, everybody is in the world. And everyone, when you know someone, you can see when someone's a little off, and that's why everyone tries to help each other with that stuff.